Hello, and welcome to the Hidden Pieces with Kimberly Renee. Let's talk about the Capricorn Moon, shall we? And some tips and tricks on how to play with it and maybe make it a little bit lighter and more fun and playful. A Capricorn Moon in Leo, when we're going through the Leo new moon coming into the Aquarius full moon, it feels like Capricorn Moon can do hard things. I can do hard things. It's taking the next step forward to climb that mountain that we're climbing. And it's like knowing I can do hard things to get to where I'm going. It's consolidating. What is like, where are all the things? It's focused and consolidated, right? It's focused on that. It's focused on where it's going and it's consolidating. It's getting rid of stuff that it's not part of its path. That's like, this isn't going to help me get here. This isn't going to help me get here. This isn't going to help me get here. So it's removing and releasing that stuff that's not helping and bringing in that are just narrowing in on everything that is. So that's kind of beautiful in a lot of ways. And, you know, it's like, yes, I can do hard things. But I have a whole thing on how we do things is like the energy and what we are creating and how we are creating. And even when we do hard things, the energy and what and how we bring it out matters. We can do hard things. Yes, we can. We can do things that feel challenging and things we don't always want to do. But when, however we're doing that is the more energy that we're bringing in. So the energy and what and how we create and how we do is the energy that comes back around and around and around and around again. So when we start to do hard things in a more fun, playful, lighter way, we start to bring in that lighter, fun, playful way of doing everything. It just starts to show up all around us. It's really, I love it, right? This is a big thing because it's that Capricorn one's narrow focused, it's maturing, it's growing, it's leveling up, and it can feel like, oh, like, you know, there's a push to do it because it's time. There's, you know, and if you feel constricted or constrained or restricted, it's lighten the load, like lighten up, like the load's too heavy. Capricorn can carry it all, like bring it all, but it's like lighten the load. What is too heavy has to go. We have to shed it. We have to let it go. Just, and it's because we're so focused and narrow, like we need to be so focused and narrow in on the mountain we're climbing, taking the next step. But if there's too much and we have too much carrying too much on our shoulders and we can't get there in a lighter, more fun, more playful way, when you're creating what you're doing and that hard, difficult, all that weight on your shoulders, like you're carrying the world and here I go, that's what's felt. That's actually what is felt when you're doing it. Do you ever do you ever listen to people and do you feel the energy where if it's invigorating or alive or just this beautiful, fun, playful energy that just like, whew, so beautiful. And do you feel when you're like watching or listening to other things where you feel like the fear or you feel the challenge, you feel the heaviness, the denseness to it all? Like, because the energy and what we are creating and the energy and how we create and the energy that we are in and bringing it out matters. It always matters. So I really do feel like I always look back to my little ones when I was raising the tiny tot Shih Tzu and um how lit up and excited I was with each new litter. It was just so exciting, and to watch them grow like each day and watch their eyes would open at like around 2 weeks, like between a week and 2 weeks, their eyes would open, and it's just like, ooh, like all these like new things, like, ooh, you know, it's just beautiful experience, right? So what's the beautiful experience that you're creating that may have some challenging steps along the way, that may, like, we have to take this step to move forward, but how can I invite in the fun and playful energy to help me move forward in a lighter way, in a more fun way, in a way that's like, that feels, "Ooh, this is good." In a way where your heart, remember, it's Leo season. We're in Leo, the Leo new moon started the cycle. It's like to open our hearts and to bring this lightness, to bring this fun, to bring this creative expression. How are you bringing that into what you're doing? Because that's what people are feeling. If you think about the moon and what she's, and how we feel, it's like you feel the energy, like you just feel it. So can you lighten up, go for a walk, lighten things up, play some music, lighten up, go tear something old out that needs to get removed. Like start like like it's not really it's a building, like we're building into this full moon, but we're still like releasing, like things can be shedding and moving away from us that no longer serve us, that are no longer helping us climb that mountain to where we're going. And we get to invite in like the people, places, and things that are going to help lift us up and build us up and inspire us and to help us move and grow forward in like the most abundant and beautiful and the most highest vibration energy. Like I'm noticing more and more where energy matters. The energy in what we create and how we create, it matters. And how we're doing it, it matters. It's like, are you putting in fear? Are you putting stipulations? Are you putting restrictions? Are you confining and restraining yourself? Because when you do it in that, that's what's felt. Not only within yourself, but it's felt from others. And that's also what's recycling back. It's also what's coming back because you're putting it out, so it's coming back. It's just this cycle, this circle that keeps repeating itself, that comes back around and around and around and around and around again until you break the cycle. And guess what? Uranus is here to help us break the cycle. Like Uranus is here to say, hey, no more. Create in a new way. Express yourself in a new way. Liberate yourself from the constraints and the restrictions. Like liberate yourself, like free yourself and go express yourself and how only you can express yourself. And that Capricorn energy is like, yes, I can do this. That building up, like, yes, I can do hard things in the most beautiful and fun and light ways. So what are you doing to bring a more fun lightness to that I can do hard things? And how are you doing hard things in a light and fun, more playful way? Share that in the comments below.